project. Got see about a dozen more grapple pools right here. Get all this stuff cleaned up, taken out back. Oh, can't quite reach it. Oh, got two of them. Only wanted one. Here we go. Alright, that's probably a good grapple full. About the only advantage of a mechanical thumb, if it's set up right, is you can grab more than you can with a hydraulic thumb because it will not move. If you can grab it with the bucket cylinder, it's going to hold it. The hydraulic thumbs, most of them have pressure releases. The 250 does not for some reason. And you have to be careful not to go to town too much because you'll probably bend the thumb cylinder. Here I am not paying attention, hit the tree over there. No, we'll never be able to grab all that again, probably. Anyway, oh, come on. I got the yakking. I got most of it. And with that brace right there, oh, bumpy. You can pretty much, if you can get it wedged between the thumb and the bucket, you're going to have it. A lot of the hydraulic excavators, they've got the thumb set so weak so that the bucket cylinder can curl up and fold it up out of the way and not damage the cylinder. You can't hardly grab anything, which is slightly aggravating. I do find, but they have to do that so people don't, rookie operators don't bend the thumb cylinders. So, get my money's worth as I go. I still need a little bit more dirt, so as I come down here for a load of brush, I bring back a scoop of dirt. Baby steps. No need to track back empty, might as well take some dirt if you need it. See if I can get this something out of it. What was it? That right there I bounced over. It must be on some hard ground. But as you can see, there's the building pad. And other than, I'm going to try to soften that transition a little bit so it's a little easier to access the back side of this pad. So I need probably another 15 or 20 yards of dirt. Not a whole lot. Let me dump this right here and push that mess out of the way so I'm not burying anything. Try to keep it somewhat civilized. It's all topsoil down there, so I can't get that up, but I can get all the sticks and everything up. And as I drive over it, it'll kind of pack it down. plan B. Do you know what plan B is? Neither do I. There we go. I got it. I got it now. Plan B was going to be drop it and then push it down in between the trees at an angle and then grab it again. Run out of time over the weekend with had to grapple on the skid steer, but we were just so busy moving dirt, just didn't get time to get all that brush down here. But this isn't terrible. It's just wearing my tracks out, but either wear the tracks out on this or wear the tracks out on the skid steer. Got to get it done. Alright, I'll get a video when I start flying. Well, I've slid and just slid everywhere, flopped around in the mud this afternoon. It rained an hour before I got here to finish, and I was still going to finish today regardless. Got to bring in, all this is going to get covered in stone for parking area, so we wasn't quite ready, so I got it slicked down the best I could. It'll be alright till it dries out and I can touch it up before I cover it in stone. But come down here and got everything finished up. Still got to cut that off, but other than that, that is it. Got everything cleaned up, and there's the pad. It's graded off. I'm gonna put some fill on top of that, kind of like a screenings for base material, just because that clay, when it gets wet, it gets pretty nasty and sticky, so that'll seal that off. You can see where it's dried up, the moisture out of it by cracking up. But I'll get that cleaned up and graded out. We're going to cover everything from the house down to here in the stone for our base material. Cover up all this mud, and then it's going to have a little path around here to the back. I got all this cleaned up this afternoon back here. What was left of that old roots and dirt and junk. We've got additional room back here to put stuff. And I got all that edge over there cleaned up. It's just, could have done without that rain, but I had to make the best of what I had. I can redress it up when I come back to spread all that rock. It's going to take about 360 some tons, I think, is what I figured up. But got the path back here graded out and cleaned up. Some more storage back here, and all the brush I just kind of piled it up back here to kind of build a berm between that house so that they're not staring directly off the back porch into the back of their house. So a little bit of privacy, plus we need a good place to get rid of it. So that'll be here for a while. It'll rot down some over time, but for the most part that's going to be there for a while. Some grass will probably start growing out of it and everything, and it'll kind of blend in over time. But there it is. I'll be back whenever I do the rock. So here on the excavator, I had a pretty good oil leak. The oil line that goes from there that supplies the oil to the turbo, one of the brackets over here, let's see, right where it mounts right below the manifold there, had rubbed over time, and it rubbed a crack through the line. It was about halfway through all the way around. So Chris, the owner here, does fabrication work. I've been to the dealer 3 times, and they've yet to be able to give me the correct oil line. So I've wasted almost about 6 hours screwing around with the dealer trying to get, I just wanted to buy a new line. I mean, it's only like 50 or 60 bucks. Take it off, bolt it right back on, but for the life of them, they cannot figure out what line it is, and I'm just aggravated with it. So we decided just to take it off and have it welded up. So I'll go up here to a shop and show you what we did, or what he did. So here's the bracket, and that's how much it is worn through, where that line on the motor is sit there and wiggle back and forth, vibrated over all those years it wore through that line that he is currently welding back. I guess I'll have to post the picture you sent me of what it looked like before, but it was almost like
it was broken through.
Almost broken in through.
3/4 of the way around, and super thin from that bracket rubbing against it for so long.
I mean, it was like almost as thin as what's left of that, isn't it?
Looked just like that.
So to fix it, you took a piece of tubing and split it.
Yeah.
And sleeved it, and then welded the ends up on it.
Well, not to give away my tricks, I used a piece of railing. And cut a piece off that.
Something pretty close to the right diameter.
Right diameter, right size, and then I just kept slitting it until it went down to the size I needed, and welded the seam up.
Gotcha. And that pretty much sleeved the
whole thing, and then welded around it. Now I'm just chasing little air leaks.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was almost completely split. Like I said, about 3/4 of the way. I'll add a picture that he sent me of it. I wasn't here when Chris took it off, but we're chasing what he is. I'm just standing here. I really haven't done a damn thing. I won't take credit for the work you've done. I haven't done a thing.
Over here, let me double check it.
Yeah, I think there was one more, but they're putting it in a tub of water and squirting the air hose in it. And if you see any bubbles, then you know you got an air leak and or an oil leak. The moment of truth. Looks like we still got one small.
Yep, just got right there.
Yeah. Bring it over a little bit more.
Yep.
That's right there at the end of that sleeve. Well, that's the easiest way to check for leaks. Alright, now the line is ready to go back on. Got it all welded up, sealed on. You remember the combination to get that out of there?
Yep.
So that's a lot better. Like I say, I'll try to plug in the picture he sent me of what it looked like before, but pretty much take a Sawzall and cut that about 3/4 of the way in half, and that's what it looked like. The maze around the motor. I think you put it in there backwards.
Oh, shit. I knew it was going too damn easy.
I was sitting there looking at it, I was like, I don't know if that'll make that turn like that. That almost looks like the one they sent me that I said was wrong. There was no way that was the right one though. We tried it. There we go, it's gonna reach now. I'm close to where I need to be.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, you put the bolt back in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Okay. Perfect. Let me get my $2.50 copper washers.
Most expensive washers on the earth.
Those are the most expensive little washers, and $10 for 4 washers. Oh, almost lost one too. There's one, and there's 2. So without this line, the turbo wouldn't last very long, would it?
No. certain death to the turbo.
It wasn't far away now, was it?
No.
With that way as bad as it was.
If that would have blew out, you would have starved the turbo.
Quickly.
Yes.
And then we would be replacing this and the turbo.
Correct.
And that wouldn't probably be as cheap as the fix we just made.
Just leaving it loose. You get that side of them.
Yeah, I'll get out of the way and let you do it. I still got them in my hand. Take the ends up so no crud got in them while pushing it around. I had a guy send me a whole box of oil filters for this machine, all the way from Canada.
Really?
Yeah, there was 6 of them.
Engine or hydraulic and
engine oil filters.
See, this one didn't even have a washer on that end.
Oh, really? It's gonna have one now, as much as I paid for this thing.
We're gonna use them up.
There you go.
Oh, it did have a washer. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Was it stuck to it?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be the last leak that the major leak. Not much on engine oil leaks. They can go badly quickly. I guess the next one will be fix the Freon leak for the air conditioner. And gotta put the breather back on. I'll be ready to fire it up. Make sure everything's A-okay. Oh yeah, gotta put all the little support brackets back on as well.
And they're all different sizes.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Go figure.
Every one. Oop.
Almost forgot the good stuff.
Always. You never know how much you're missing until you go take something apart years later. You did,
and then the bolt breaks off.
The bolt breaks off. You should have used it.
That 20 seconds you just spent could have saved about 2 hours of very hardcore aggravation. Alright, we're going to get that one put in, and there's still one more around back here. Then we'll get all that put back in place and fire it up. Alright, moment of truth. I don't see any oil pouring out. Nightmare oil line.
Finally over. 2 days.
We won't show all the welding that had to be done.
We don't need to show all that.
That hole turned into a 6-inch weld, didn't it?
Yes.
But it is done, finally.